Hello everybody. This is just a video I decided to make because I know many of the viewers are about to go into middle school and I want you guys to be ready for it. Let's begin with my advice for your first year of middle school. Lockers. In my middle school, you only have 4 times to go to your locker, which is before home base, before lunch, after lunch, and dismissal. You're going to want to put as little things as possible in your locker. They are most likely cramped, so don't put anything big in your locker. Write down the combination of your lock somewhere so you don't forget. Do not share your lock combinations to friends. That is a terrible idea. Classes. Really try to get into time in classes. If you don't, well, you're in trouble. Some classes are on the other side of the building, so get there as fast as possible. But also don't run there either. Many classes can be boring and some can be really confusing. Some classes include tech class, sewing class, and foreign language class, all of which are classes I had. Study for every class and work hard on homework and tests, or else you'll regret it later on. Lunch. If you're going to buy lunch in middle school, well, you're in for some trouble. The main reason is because there's always a huge ass line for people who buy lunch. So you're gonna have to wait in line for a long time just to get some lunch. Lunchtime usually shortens in middle school, so try to get to the cafeteria quickly and eat as fast as possible. Sit with your friends, if you have any, and if you don't have friends, then make some. So my recommendation is to just bring lunch. Homework. In my experience at middle school, you don't get too much homework, but they were still hard to do. Some teachers give you a hell of a lot of homework, which sucks, so get through a lot of it quickly. Some kids do their homework during recess, so you can do that too. You should also write down your homework in a planner so you don't forget any assignments. Tests. My advice for tests and quizzes is to study weeks before the test is even announced and pay attention during class at all times and write down notes. Don't do anything stupid and become the class pet though, because the classmates are gonna beat the crap out of you then. You might have quizzes every week, but if that's the case, the quizzes shouldn't be too long or hard. Just study beforehand and you'll be alright. For every question, read very carefully, especially in math tests. The question might be tricking you, so be careful with even the simplest questions. Studying. This one is a pretty big one, so you might want to listen up. If you want to study for social studies, go watch Oversimplified, link to his channel in the description. You can also study by reading textbooks and rewriting information. My social studies test had a lot of essays, but my teacher gave us information about the essay before the test, so you should mostly study the essay's requirements. For English class, it's mostly the same advice for the social studies tests. If you're studying for math class, then remember the formulas and equations. Memorize math vocabulary and rewrite important information. You can also study by watching Khan Academy, link in description. For science tests, it's pretty much the same advice. If you have a foreign language test, study the vocab and verbs and make sure you understand it completely. You can also make some flashcards and ask a friend to test you. But you can also ignore my advice and study a way that you find useful. The kids in middle school. In my middle school, the 5 main elementary school students get jumbled into one big school, so you'll meet a lot of new people. If you had friends in elementary school, there's a pretty high chance you'll never see them again because you're all separated. The kids will also begin to change because some of them will become giants, some will start to grow lots of hair, and some will have pimples. Other kids will become a lot more meaner, some will be really quiet, while a lot of them will become jokers. Something to note is that everyone is going to be swearing and cursing, so you might as well get used to that. In fact, some teachers do that too. A lot of kids, especially the athletic kids, will be very popular. In middle school, people fight for popularity, so expect to see people trying to be quote-unquote cool. If there are TikTok girls in your class, stay away from them because a lot of them are crazy. Teachers. Some teachers are here to teach, while others are here because they need money. The point is, the teachers are here for a reason. My advice for teachers is to just get on the good side of the teacher, be nice to them, and just follow the rules and do what they say. Also, if the teacher is just mean to everyone, I recommend to just stay out of the way, be quiet, and do the work that is needed to pass the teacher's class. Because trust me, you do not want to get into a mean teacher's bad side. So yeah, that's my advice for your first year of middle school. You may get lost on the first day like I did, but after a while you get used to it. Make new friends, be nice to your teachers, get good grades, don't do anything dumb, stay alive, and you'll be able to survive middle school.